Hey everybody, so you see I'm coming to you today barefaced because I have a foundation review and demo to share with you for the Revlon Nearly Naked Foundation. Now, what do you guys want to hear first? The good or the bad? Since I have been putting this on, I've been using my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to put this on. Now this is one of those foundations that you have to shake up. This is not a wear and go. So you've got to shake it up. Now they had two darker shades. I have the 280, there is a 290, so there was a jump from 280 to 290. So there is no in between for those of us color girls that are dark and cool tone. So this is what the, what is this? Chestnut number 280, that's what that looks like. And so I'm going to take my brush and apply this to my face. I already have on a primer. So now what I find, which I think is a bad, is this is one of those foundations that has to sit on your face. Like this isn't one of those foundations that you can just put on and go. It has to sit on the face to oxidize, because this does, in my opinion, oxidize. So I like to show, even though I am working on my skin, I like to show how coverage in terms of acne, because I know a lot of us have acne. So I just want to show you what that does in terms of coverage. Now this is just one layer. Good thing about this foundation is that it is buildable. Alright. So, you know, good bit of coverage, as you can see there. Not much. I would say this is light to medium coverage. But the second build up is where you get the medium coverage. With the first set of going over with the foundation, you get a light coverage. A bad thing about this foundation, they tell you to keep it away from the eye area. So you know how some foundations we would go over our eyes as we do our entire face. This one, it tells you to keep it away from the eye area. So that's not too good in my book. That's just me. Like, you know, if you want even canvas, you can't do that because they tell you to keep it away from the eye area. So I'm not gonna put it on top of my eyes. So I'm going over, this is my second pass. I did get the powder. I did get the powder as well. So now you can see the coverage. Okay. It is light. Another good I'd say is that it is light. It is lightweight. It does live up to that. But again, this is, I had a real hard time in terms of color matching because they jump from like the chestnut into the cappuccino. So I didn't feel like there was in between, but then this started to oxidize. So I was like, maybe that's what they were going for. But as you can see here, I'm sitting in front of you and it's oxidizing right before your eyes. Like you saw how light it went on, and now it's going into my skin. It's turning out into my actual color. So, you know, that could be a good or a bad thing. To me, that's a bad thing because I have to wait, you know. If I'm in a rush, this isn't the foundation I'm going to reach for. If I'm in a rush, need to go somewhere. Now I did pick up the powder. I got the color in Deep. It does come with a little mirror and then a little sponge. I did use the sponge because I noticed that once you start applying with the sponge, it takes up a lot of product. Now I love the powder. The powder is really smooth to the touch, really nice soft texture. So I'm going to go ahead and use the sponge on one side, and then we're just going to use my regular face brush that I use to apply my powders with. So I'm just going to go ahead and take some of the powder and use it on this side. as that sits there, you're gonna be able to see this side was done with the sponge, this side was done with the brush. Okay, to me the sponge gives a smoother finish as opposed to using the brush. Like the sponge that they put in it, just, you know, it really presses into the skin and gets that pressed powder into the skin, whereas the brush just gives it, you know, a nice dusting of setting the foundation. But the pressed powder, I love the pressed powder. I love the consistency of the powder. It's very smooth. Ugh, it feels like butter. I love it. Very velvety, very smooth. Love the powder. If y'all could put in the effort that you did with the powder Revlon into this foundation, then I love it. I totally love it. But I'm not a fan of the Revlon Nearly Naked. If you have tried the Revlon Nearly Naked, please let me know. Let me know how it worked out for you. Let me know if this broke you out. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Again, I will list my good and bads. Good, number 1, it is lightweight. Number 2, it gives billable coverage, light to medium coverage. There's an SPF of 20 if you're, you know, looking for something that has sunscreen in it. Very nice. However, the bad for the Revlon Nearly Naked foundation is that it broke me out. That is not good. So if you're acne prone, I would say stay away from this. This did break me out after months use. If you are oily in your T-zones here, you know, Cupid's bow, chin, stay away, because I get my makeup on at 7 and by noon those areas are oily, shiny, hot mess, have to blot, all that stuff. This does oxidize, so if you're thinking you're one color and it oxidizes to another color, that's what's going to happen. That's what happened right before your eyes. You saw it go on really light and then it turned into what you're looking at now. The pressed powder I think is a good compliment, because the pressed powder, you know, sets it and makes it hurry up and oxidize, like seriously. So that's that. I wish there was a broader spectrum of colors for us women of color, because there isn't. It's like a jump from this then to the dark color, seriously. So flash photography is a no for that, and yeah. Alright you guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in another video really soon. Bye.